To start this speech, I'm going to tell you a little story. My dad and I were out running errands when he let me know that we had to stop at CVS to pick up his medicine. A little background, my dad has very bad acid reflux. It's so bad that he has had to have surgery and still has trouble swallowing food, on top of debilitating chest pains. At the time of this CVS trip, he was picking up a new acid reflux medicine that would hopefully work better than the last one. We arrived at the pharmacy and the lovely cashier told us that the total was going to be a little over $100. When I tell you, my jaw hit the floor. My dad asked, "What about insurance?" To which she responded, "That's the total with your insurance." I was in shock. Up until that point, I had never witnessed anyone pay more than maybe like $50 for some medicine at the pharmacy. Without my dad's insurance, which covers a pretty good bit, the total would have been well over $200. There are a few things wrong with this situation that I want to point out to you. First and foremost, a medication that allows my father to eat and breathe would cost him over $200. Was he without his job, resulting in a loss of insurance? Secondly, price gouging that is ever present in the pharmaceutical and medical industries are costing people astronomical amounts of money. Finally, even those who are insured are still being forced to pay competitive prices for insurance through insurance companies that just fight with each other. Stories like mine and my dad's are everywhere, 24/7 in the United States. Universal healthcare coverage would help the alleviation of medical financial burden on United States citizens. It would lower the cost of healthcare economically, and it would provide a standard of service allowing people the same care for a fair cost rather than it being different as you go place to place. According to the American Journal of Public Health, national surveys confirm that medical bills frequently cause financial hardship, and the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau reported that they were by far the most common cause of unpaid bills sent to collection agencies in 2014, accounting for more than half of all such debts, meaning that medical bills were a primary problem in people's monetary gain. Even with social aid programs, too many people slip through the cracks of the system, being disqualified for health coverage. No one should die because they can't afford their insulin, or risk losing everything because they get cancer and can't afford the costs. According to the CNBC news station, an estimated 530,000 U.S. families annually turn to bankruptcy because of medical issues. With universal healthcare coverage, over time, the government would not only save money, but it wouldn't have to pay for the repercussions of countless families going without coverage. Take our current state of affairs with the COVID-19 pandemic. Testing, medical expenses, and other necessities for this virus are already costing individuals hundreds of thousands of dollars. With universal healthcare coverage, we would have been prepared to take care of a situation like this in the United States. Currently, the United States of America is one of the only 33, quote, developed nations without universal healthcare coverage, according to The Balance, a news article in 2019, were we to have already had a universal healthcare system set in place, a standard of service would be expected nationwide, meaning that healthcare professionals would not only have the tools they need, but patients would actually be able to access it rather than having to wait months on end, weeks on end, hours on end. Universal healthcare is not just a good idea, it's one of the best ideas for America and the American people. It's been successful in so many other places, like Australia, Germany, and the UK, but that's only to name a few. They were places where the government made a decision to do what's best for its people, not what's best for its wallet. No one deserves to die because they can't afford to get their medicine.